pledge allegiance? All right. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. And thank you all for coming. All right. Call to order and roll call. Barb.
Here.
Tim. Here. Steve. Here. Alderman Barber. Not present, and neither is Justin. Okay? Will we have a point?
Yes.
Got it. All right. First thing we start off with is the citizens' comment period. Comments?
Comments.
You're just here.
Just here. Next question.
All right. Good for me. All right. Approve the minutes of the August 4th. Does anyone have any opposition to anything? All right. Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? There are none opposed, so it is approved. All right.
Thank you.
So, Justin,
Yes, I'm Justin with.
your last name's Silver, right?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah. The next item coming up is the sign review, so you might as well stay for that.
Oh, I thought that's. I'm sorry. I thought.
No, that was
Nope.
just the meetings.
Those are the meeting
Good
minutes.
from last.
Minutes. Okay, they're
Yeah.
approval. Okay.
Gotcha. All right. So we have the sign review.
Okay, so you have an application from Lee Mechanical, and it's been submitted by Monument Sign, and Justin Silva is here with us today to maybe give us a further description and answer questions, but it's an application for new illuminated monument sign for Lee Mechanical in the Franklin Industrial Park, Planned Development District, PDD number 7. And the proposed sign complies with the standards for wall signs set forth in Municipal Code 210-4C subsection 7 in terms of height and location, as well as complies with 210-4C subsection 1 subparagraph D for maximum height. Maximum area for this site is 496. While the proposed sign is actually 73 square feet. And so the city development staff recommends approval of the proposed wall sign that they are also applying for, and also obtaining a sign permit from the city development prior to installation.
So it's this one, right? No? We're talking
Now,
about.
do you have two signs that you're looking at here, a wall sign and a monument sign?
If there's a wall sign, that would be directly from Lee Mechanical. We're only doing
Okay.
monument sign. We're fabricating and installing.
Right, so there are two signs there, it appears. As you look in your packet. Okay, so the first application is for the monument sign. And you have a picture of that. You can see that. And then you have a map as to where it's located. It's on 57th Street, right in the green area on the curve.
When? Where?
Right there.
Where it's going to be.
Yeah, it would be, if you're looking, well, if you're,
So it's consistent, though. I mean, it
Yep.
hits all the specs. The one question I had is do we have any specs as to what color things can be? And this looks like kind of a,
not specific.
so I could be out there with any kind of color, fuchsia, whatever. Yeah.
I think, I'm sure there are some standards as far as brightness is.
Well, this is pretty bright, and it looks to me like it's kind of almost fluorescent green.
Yep.
I happen to like it, but that doesn't mean it's consistent with our standards. Or do we have standards?
Just this planning staff has reviewed it, and there aren't any flags there.
Yeah. Well, okay. Is that their brand colors?
Specific.
So if they were to change and go from green to say red, would they change these?
They would, but they have to. Application process.
Okay. So John, what are our issues? Is there any quick questions you have?
No
So there's an
questions.
existing foundation
Yeah.
to use.
So that's the foundation under the bottom here is already there? So you're just building on top of it. Is there a sign on it right now?
No, the sign was removed. Foundation, great condition.
Yeah.
Actually,
And I'm assuming that there's electrical power already there.
there is, I don't know if they applied for electrical. It looks like there's ground lights. Not sure if there's a stub out for specific circuit to internally.
Okay, but the sign itself doesn't light up. It's a,
Looked like the old one was like externally lit.
right.
Was.
And that's what this is going to be?
This is
Well, it is internal, so there would be no need
so
for
then
like
they'll
spotlights.
handle the electrical
Mhm.
kind of like work permit.
And then on one of these, it has the American flag behind that. Is it in the sign itself, or what is?
No, I think
Yeah, come on. This here, I mean, it looks like it's kind of part of it.
yeah, it's actually that's set back probably about 15, 20 feet into
Okay.
I believe set in the parking lot. So
But
it's
that's
not
just
incorporated in the sign now.
Okay. Got it.
I'd hope not too, because then we'd have to get engineering and all that wind loads and whatnot. But we've done signs like that before.
Yeah.
But yeah, that one's set back. I think it's in the parking lot, but I know
Okay.
for sure it's not.
It's not part of what
It's not
this
in the
recommendation is, or the request is.
And it's just for monument signs.
Yeah.
Is the illumination of the sign going to be for a certain period of hours?
So it'll be on a photo eye, so
Okay.
that's called on.
Okay. Any other questions? Yes. Do I have a motion to approve?
You have. I will second.
All right. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? No opposed. You win. You're in.
Great. Thank you guys. Nice
Yes.
meeting you.
Nice to meet you too.
Good weekend.
You too. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Okay. So that's it. We are now with our sign approval. All right. We come now to our ED Economic Development Update, Marketing Materials Contract.
So the contract, really what you have in there is that's part of the minutes, was, put on the agenda, and it was discussed and voted on, and so I figured the contract that they brought to the table was what needed to be put there. So an agreement with the city was drafted with the city, and that was approved. And I had a phone conference Tuesday with the folks from Carl Collective, and we talked about what we were going to tackle first. I recall they had a component where they were going to get assets, pictorial assets of the community. Of course, they want to get started on that right away so they can still catch the summer season before they get into fall. And then they can just keep up throughout the rest of the process through spring. But I also pointed out to them one of the things that had to be done right away was the economic development guide, which is fairly prominent on the business pages as well as it has a link on the front page. But it also has the mayor in there, and so that all needs to be updated as well as just some of the content. So they're working to tackle that first as well as doing the some of the photo assets, and so photo assets that are going to be related to that part of the contract will be free. So we'll continue to work with that, and when we get to the website part of it, we'll collaborate with Lisa Huning. We'll have to get her guidance. The materials that we put together for the website will get my approval, and that was Lisa's request, which makes good sense. So I'll review it, and then we'll submit it to her, and she can download it. So collaboration has to be, it needs to be downloaded. download the poll. So, anyways, so that process is already under.
So take me back. So this is an agreement. Has it been signed?
That agreement was in essence approved by the council, but the council doesn't approve their format. There's a City of Franklin contract boilerplate format that those provisions get inserted into, for instance, the amount and
Okay.
the type of work that was supposed to be done as per the resolution that went to council,
Okay.
which came from our PD RFP.
Right.
So our RFP is what basically was, approved. And so when they talk about it, they talk about development of marketing material development service. What it says in the city contract.
Right now.
And
Okay.
they're
So
going to have a version for that.
well, a couple things. One, we've got the other group, the
Tourism.
tourism.
Mm-hmm.
Are they doing work with these guys?
They've done a bit of research.
Okay. The Tourism Bureau has a basically an ad agency or some version thereof
Yeah.
with something.
Well, they have a contract with a couple of people. Like,
Yeah.
hey, Mike. How are you? Okay. Okay. Yeah, that was just if I couldn't make it in. Yeah. And so we have a quorum if you're not able to. Well, I turned it on and off to check, but we can't have participation from the commissioners via Zoom. I'm a staff person and I don't vote, so all right, I appreciate it.
I guess what I'm saying is that there are templates with our other ad agencies, yes?
As far as the agreements that are signed are concerned, yes.
Okay. And so to that, I assume most of these things are standard. For
Yeah,
instance,
this was attached just as providing a scope.
gotcha. Well, okay, so there's things in here like the 17.65%. That's high relative to the world I live in. It'd be about 15%. Okay. And then to that standpoint,
Yeah, I don't think those items specifically were in. We're talking about the basic scope.
and what I'm saying is in other agreements we have with other agencies, is that what we agreed to before?
No.
Okay, so
No.
then are we agreeing?
We don't have those in the city agreement. When we say agreements with other agencies, those are city boilerplate agreements, and so they don't specifically have them. That's not something that's referenced in the city.
Okay.
So no, it wouldn't be there.
Okay. But we do have other agencies that we work with.
The city has lots of vendors
Right.
that they work.
And we don't have a standard.
I don't think we have a standard for that.
Right. Can we get some idea as to what because this is high relative to what I'm used to 15. So at 17.65, that seems a little bit rich.
Okay.
Okay. And it seems that, and this is a quick look, I again assume our legal department looked at this and said, okay, yeah, we're good, but it seems that this is an at-will. You can fire them with no notice. Is that right? That's how I read this.
Yeah, that's the operating, that's what they're
Okay.
operating under.
Gotcha. And then they're saying that, okay, if they've committed to things, we would pay them, which seems reasonable. It also says that we prepay upwards of 60 days prior to media placement. I'm also not used to that. I'm used to after the...
I think what you need to do is you need to look at the city agreement.
Right.
And sign it. And this was an attachment.
Got it.
These right here are minutes.
All right. So then the other part I have in here is, okay, so we've got the City of Franklin. This is an agreement with the Economic Development Commission, not the City of Franklin. So if you look on number 10, it says, well, it's got Yeah, so defendant Home Harlan City of Franklin's Economic Development Commission, that's us. This, to me, should be an agreement with the city of Franklin, not us.
Ultimately, it was, as I said, the agreement that was done with the city of Franklin on Franklin City boilerplate is not the same as that.
Okay. Gotcha. And then it
But again, I attached these
Yeah,
as
yeah.
as minutes. These were submitted.
Okay.
So-
Gotcha, I'm just asking. Because then it also says that this would be in accordance with the laws of Missouri.
Isn't that where their headquarters is?
Yeah, Trizolo
So that's
is,
Okay, so we're putting that in ours, which would probably say we would in accordance with Wisconsin. I mean, I would assume the city would want to put it in our boilerplate or something, that we would rectify this.
you know, the statutes that are referenced in the city's boilerplate.
Okay. All right. But we've looked at this. There's no need for us to do anything with it.
No, again,
Okay.
what you needed to do, you did when you approved the minutes.
Okay.
It's a matter of record. That was what was submitted.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. So I guess since now we proved that, I'd love to see what we approved. Because I would be interested if this agreement is with the Economic Development Commission as opposed to the city.
With the city of Franklin, and that's what our RFP specified, is that we would select an agency to negotiate a contract with, that we would put together an agreement, take to the common council, and they execute the agreement with the city of
Okay. So I guess I'd like to see a copy of it.
Franklin. Yeah, absolutely.
So then this is all said and done. And how much originally we had, how much set aside for this?
Well, we set aside $15,500,
Yep.
and in discussions with, as I mentioned, you, in discussions
Yep.
with the group, they came in and we discussed, what was going to have to be extra for the basics that we talked about. And then in discussions with the commission, they decided they would add the photographic asset collection and development.
Okay. I have nothing else on that.
Because the commissioners remember it differently.
No.
No.
And it's in the minutes. Good.
All right. No more discussion, we're good. Business Appreciation Celebration, November 16th, starts at 5 p.m.
So we have started sending out invitations through Eventbrite so people can register for it.
Yep.
And we'll continue monitoring. People are getting the invitations. The ones I sent all of you, actually, were with our internal city mail system. So it wouldn't have bounced back to you as spam. If I tried to send it to everybody
Right.
that we were going to invite, like 530 parties, immediately it goes to spam filters. And so that's one reason I used Eventbrite. The other one, they could register, and then we got a record of registration. I sent that out Tuesday, 2 days ago?
Yeah, I was going to say 2 days ago, because I responded right away.
Wednesday.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember, but that, yeah.
All right, I'll double check.
Oh, I mean, I'll check.
Yeah. Great.
Or I mean,
Okay.
We need a list of words, yes, possible.
We'll get those out to you. We should, yes. Start thinking of names to select.
So I guess that's kind of part of.
what are the categories again?
It was big, small, those were every for sure.
Innovation and leadership.
And if we have suggestions, send them to you.
Yeah, I'm the collection point, and I bring them all to you.
Right.
Innovation, leadership, small and big.
Yep. And small was relative, what was our size on that? $500,000? Oh, no. So, okay. Yeah.
It's actually, I think, in the,
Yeah, it was in there. I mean,
in the email that I sent out. I think that invitation email might have had that in it.
I think it did. I'm not sure if I paid a whole lot of attention. I just responded.
well, I know I have it in my notes from last year, talking about it, but, yeah, if you got it, easy. And is it fair to have everybody on here submit their suggestions by Friday next week?
Fine.
Well, let's not linger.
No,
Fair.
no, get to work.
Yeah, okay. All right.
So the keynote will be somebody from Saputo, basically giving us, giving the community an introduction, fairly thorough introduction to the company and the project, and give us an idea what the status is. And, we haven't identified who yet, but I have the fellow that's spearheading the effort to get that project developed. To find someone.
Yeah, at one time I thought you, didn't they submit just like they had a marketing? That was it. Okay. Never mind.
Been a suggestion.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And then insofar as closed for current prospects, that's kind of an update in closed session.
Yeah, to discuss those, we probably should.
All right. Okay. Get that, make a motion.
Yeah, it needs to be a motion, and whoever makes the motion needs to read the fine print.
All right.
All right. Oh, gotta read it.
Alrighty, I'll do my best.
Go for it.
All right. Approved?
Approved. Good catch.
I'm gonna get in trouble.
That's right.
All right, the Economic Development Commission may enter closed session pursuant to Wisconsin statute 19.851 for market competition reasons to deliver action development. And to re-enter open session, same place thereafter, to act on such matters discussed therein.
Do I second then?
Okay.
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None. Okay, good to go.
This is Tim Walker moving to go to open session.
Second?
I'll second
Can I?
it. Yeah, right.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? None. All right. Yeah. But we're looking. This is the third Friday.
Yeah.
You like the 20th?
Something like that.
You don't do the 20th as of now?
Oh, October.
All right.
Is that the meeting in which we'll make the decisions about the awards?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Does that have to go to a motion, or can we just do that?
Yeah, you can just do that.
All right, 20th,
Okay.
October 20th.
At 3 o'clock again?
Yep.
3 p.m.? Okay.
Now it's happy hour.
Oh boy. I'll
You're
be
bringing the
following
drinks.
you.
You're bringing the drinks.
I'll be happy to
Yeah.
do that. Can we do that? Can I bring drinks? Okay.
Actually, I need about an hour before I go to the office on my last tax return.
All right, good deal. All right, do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So done. Thank you.